Oh, hey there. It's me again. Rigel, kind of whatever feels right with you. I'm here for another segment reviewing a song on my holiday classic or Christmas classic, if you're comfortable saying Christmas, album. The album's name is It's Bigger on the Inside. And the track we are reviewing, savoring, critiquing is track 3. Okay, we're on track 3, which is Eden Has Been Opened for All. Someone suggested that I just call it Eden, and I kind of like that. So I may just call it Eden. I'm going to experiment, okay? So Eden really is the central force, the inspiration behind this whole album. It was the first song that I completed. It's kind of the song that inspired me. And all of the other songs on this Christmas classic album are serving this very song. Okay? So, where do I want to start? First of all, this is actually a hymn. The words to this song are from an Orthodox Christian hymn, Eastern Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, Antiochian Orthodox, okay? All the same, just different vibes. The lyrics come from a hymn called, I think it's like Prepare, O Bethlehem, something like that. So it's an ancient hymn with some really cool lyrics that are mystical, magical to me. And that's why I wanted to redo this song from my own little musical style. The original has kind of an ancient, I think they do it in lots of different styles, so I can't say ancient Byzantine, but the one that we sing at our church is like, make ready, O Bethlehem, for Eden has been opened for all. It's kind of a harmonic minor, very haunting sound, and I love it. I freaking love that. But I still wanted to do my own version. And so that's what I did. And I was really inspired, honestly, by Sufjan Stevens' Christmas album. He captures something in that album that I want to embody in my being year round, not just at Christmas time or the holiday season, if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, so let's jump into this song. I want to prepare you. This is the scenic route, which means that we're going to take rabbit trails. We're going to follow them until we get tired or bored or hungry for a little snack. In my family, we call it a snickety snack. And then we'll just come back to the main trail. So the way this is going to work is we're going to listen to this song. That's going to be kind of our home base. We'll start listening, and then I'm going to say, pause. And I'm going to press pause and just give you some reflections, and we'll come back to the song. Okay? I want to set your expectations up at the top so you know that this is going to be a stop and go experience. This is not like, let's listen quietly and barely clap at the end because we're like so polite. Okay? We're transcending polite. Okay? There's a field beyond polite. And I'm not going to meet you there. That's where we are. Okay. I just adapted a really famous quote. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this song. We'll just kind of, here we are. Oh, forgot to say, here we are in the Earth Dome that I made with my own hands, dug a hole in my backyard and put it into bags. And now you have this big, beautiful space. This is a pre-recorded video. So, you know, we're unprecedented times. It's possible that by the time you hear this, things will have changed. Okay. Track 3, Eden. Take it away. Still looking good. Oh, okay, pause. Okay, so just right off the bat, what we're listening to is a piano and a banjo trying to play what the piano's playing. I tuned the banjo the best I could, but there's some joke about tuning banjos. Like it takes a village to tune a banjo, or like how many people does it take to tune a banjo? I don't know the end of that joke, but the point is like it's very hard to get a banjo really in tune, which is actually why I love it. So I'm noodling on one string because I don't actually know how to play banjo. I just know how to noodle on one string very well, I think. And yeah, so I'm playing the melody with the piano. Let's just listen to that again. Let's kind of savor that a little bit. Here we go.
Make ready your bathroom, for Eden has been open for all. Prepare.
Okay, so I want to draw your attention to a couple things here. Basically, I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second here and tell you that I did not hire a bass player for this. I did not even play it myself. I had a programmed bass player play the bass. I don't do that for all songs. I actually do play the bass, not physically, but on the keyboard. But I was just experimenting with this AI bass player, and it actually sounded pretty good. You type in the chords, and the bass player just kind of follows along, and it does pickup notes like boom, 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 you know, and little like accents and syncopations that I don't always know how to do that. I have my own style with the bass, but it's limited. So it was neat to just experiment with that and be surprised that it actually sounded pretty good. I am, however, playing the brushes. So see this right here? Got the snare drum. Turn that thing on, snare, and then you just like they say you make like a figure 8 or something like that. I figured out a motion that worked for me, which I could kind of keep time with. Another fun feature that you're gonna find throughout this song is jingle bells. Okay, I'm playing jingle bells on every single one of these tracks. It's that little mystical magical that brings us into that Christmas or holiday, if that makes you more comfortable, spirit. Okay, back to the song.
For the tree of life has blossomed forth in a cave from the Virgin.
Okay, pause. This line, the tree of life has blossomed forth in a cave from a virgin. Okay. I'm a little nervous talking about religious stuff out in public. So just kind of bear with me, maybe have a little patience in your heart, because I am religious. I'm also spiritual, okay? I'm not spiritual but not religious. I'm religious and I am spiritual, okay? Both and. And this line, the tree of life has blossomed forth in a cave, really connects this song to the album artwork. It's bigger on the inside. So let me just give you a tiny bit of weird, maybe annoying history. I am part of the Eastern Orthodox Church, and we have like slightly different traditions and understandings. And one of them is where Jesus was born. In the Western world, Jesus was born in a manger, still a very lowly place. In the Eastern world, born in a cave. But the cave, I think, makes it a little bit more mystical, magical, because of this line, the tree of life blossomed forth in a cave. Okay, how in the heck does a tree grow in a cave? I mean, that's like the last place you would think that a tree would grow, unless there was like, oh, there's some like hidden like crevice where sunshine's getting in and hitting this one little spot, and it's just amazing, isn't it? No, there's no crevices. This tree is getting its sustenance from somewhere else, okay? And that's kind of what this whole album is about. It's bigger on the inside. It's bigger. The logic that I have to explain why a tree can grow in a cave is not big enough. It's not big enough, okay? I have to go past the exterior into the mystical, cosmic, navel. Okay, we're outside of the time-space continuum right now. See this? This is also a tree. Wow. I feel like I have a point here. When it comes to churchy things, hymns, icons, religious art, poetry, real life people, I kind of have a Jungian approach to all of this. And I haven't read a lot of Jung, but I've heard about him from people who do. And his thing is like with dreams. He was into like helping people interpret their dreams. And in dream work, he says that every object, every person, every monster, okay, we're going there, every embarrassing situation, every object, I think I said that, they're all part of me, okay? And if I am running from, say, a monster or a father figure, okay, this is a safe space, okay? This is really open to all. If I'm running from that in my dream, I am running from a part of myself, okay? And that is maybe an opportunity to do a little digging and see what that's about, see what maybe God is trying to tell me about that situation. Back to the tree of life. From a Jungian perspective, like the Christmas tree of life is part of me. I'm like wearing a Christmas tree. See that? So I have this all tidy in my head, and it feels like we're just all over the place. But I'm not like a tidy podcaster, you know? I haven't done a lot of this. Let me get some coffee. It's actually very early in the morning while I'm pre-recording this. Things may have changed by the time you see this because we're in unprecedented times. Okay. Let's just go back to the song. Thanks for that little detour. I'm really into detours, okay? So Tree of Life, I'm just gonna back up just a couple bars just so we can back into that Tree of Life and see where that Tree of Life is bubbling up in your life, okay? Her womb did appear as a supersensual paradise. We're talking about the Virgin Mary. We call her the Theotokos, the Mother of God. But bring Carl Jung into this, all right? Her womb, what part of that is part of me? What part of me is a supersensual paradise birthing the freaking Tree of Life, okay? Just allow that to seep in and see what pops out of the ground later today. You might have a little Tree of Life popping into a cave that you didn't think any sunshine can get into, and you're like, there's no freaking way that a tree could grow here. But true fact, we're dealing with a different type of science, okay? Just experiment.
In which is planted that holy vine.
That little jingle, 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 that's these guys right there. That's kind of like there was a moment where cosmic forces, where God became man, a personhood. All right, I'm already starting to annoy myself a little bit, so I'm gonna let the song breathe into this conversation a little bit more, okay?
If we should eat of it, we shall live and not die.
Okay, I'm already ready to pause, but we're gonna stick to the music now. I wanna savor my harmonies there, okay? The final mix, you can't hear them super well, but I'm gonna solo this. So I'm just taking that track, I'm turning off all the other tracks so we can just hear this. And let's listen to that.
We shall live and not die.
We shall live and not die. That is, yeah, it's early. I can't sing that right now. I go into a blues scale there. And I just did that intentionally, kind of like getting out of the key. This is in a major key, but there's points in the song where I step outside of the major key and just hit that what's called a minor third. The third note in a scale, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, that note. If you make it a minor by going down a step, it turns it into kind of a bluesy thing. So instead of like, so I did that vocally to just jar the expectations slightly, but it's very subtle because I pulled the mix down a bit. But I love the haunting aspect of the original version of this song that I learned. I think it's a Byzantine style. I love that haunting aspect, and so I wanted to bring in a little bit of haunt A little bit of that mystical, magical into it. Okay, we'll go back to it.
As Adam, Christ shall be born, raising the image that fell in the beginning.
I also do kind of a key change in Christ shall be born. I couldn't tell you off the top exactly what I'm doing there, but I intentionally used chords that were not in the natural key to just create this feeling of like cosmic shift.
Make ready, O Bethlehem, for Eden has been open for all. Open for all. Open for all.
Okay, so out of this whole album, the only kind of effect that I applied, you know, like artistically, was this one moment where I say Eden has been open for all, open for all, open for all, and it kind of like echoes off and like pans from right to left. It's kind of like this swirling new paradigm that has just birthed into the eternal present of every person and every atom. Atoms are even, it's like so Enlightenment thinking, okay? We're post and pre-Enlightenment here. Open for all, and then I just kind of riff on that open for all thing because that is, I love how inclusive that language is, and I'm just an inclusive dude. And I'm a little bit, just gonna show my cards a little bit here. I'm a little bit on the universalist side of the spectrum. That means like, I don't believe in eternal fire and brimstone punishment, you know? I think there's a little more nuance to it than that. So, let's keep listening to this jazzy, heartfelt, here we go. All right, here we go.
Open for all. Open for all.
Here comes the harmonies.
Open for all.
Woo! Ah, do you hear that harmony? Okay, I'm just gonna play that one little part because I'm kind of proud of the way I did these harmonies. And so I'm going open for all, and I'm kind of like, this isn't the most apex moment. That's gonna be the next open for all, and then I come back down. So all my open for alls are kind of building to this like open for all where I hit a little bit higher note. I keep going higher and higher, and I think my harmonies also follow that trajectory. So here we are. Let's just hear this little.
Open for all.
Just hitting some of those blue notes, if you will. And then we'll hear this next harmony, because I think.
Open for all.
Okay, now we'll hear both of those in context, because we live in the context of our historical moment, our cultural systems of agreement. Okay, whoa. Rabbit trail. We could actually go down that rabbit trail for 20 hours, but we'll keep it to the song.
Open for all.
Here we go, here's the peak. coming back down for a landing. Smooth landing. Oh, and what's interesting about this, so this last open for all, after that, it kind of goes into this, it goes out of time. So one of the difficult things about recording multi-track is, you have to record to a metronome, which takes a lot of practice and it's just tedious. But it can sound really mechanical. And I think one of the things that I captured here is, a sense of spaciousness and out of timeness. And I start the song out of time, I think, and then I turn the metronome off at this point. And now all the instruments, everything is just kind of following each other instead of locked into a grid, what we call it in the production biz, okay? So instead of being locked into a grid, now we're like free flowing and we're just following each other. We're kind of riffing off of each other. We're listening to each other, okay? See how that kind of connects? Full circle, union, okay? So let's listen to that again. Just that final, and the instruments just kind of peter off into the ether. Banjo's back in there. A melodica. The piano. 3 distinct instruments, all playing one song, okay? That's just some more theology. Just dipping my toes in there. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I love to play music and know how to BS my way into these weird corners of theology. And then I kind of get stuck and I don't always know how to get out. But not all who are lost, not all who wander are lost. Okay, man. That would have been so awesome if I could have just dropped that. Like, what, Ride? You did what? Oh crap, I'm looking at the time. These videos are getting longer and longer. Oh my goodness. And I'm not even done talking. Let me just say one last thing. This song changed me. Making this song helped me just release my grip a little bit from perfectionism. It's really hard to not fall into the same ruts of like style, chord progressions, melodic things, rhythmic things. And I was really inspired by Sufjan Stevens' kind of free-flowing, just playfulness in the way that he puts together his songs in that Christmas album. And so I just tried to replicate that a little bit. So thank you, Sufjan, for being a role model. And I think I accomplished that. And it kind of proved to me that I can step outside of my little ruts. I can claw my way out of my ruts, and there's actually like a beautiful little field out there with bunny rabbits and butterflies and like a beautiful view of snow-capped mountains and jingle bells, It's Christmas all year long. And it's summery. You know, it's a summery, snowy Christmas. Okay. I love you guys. If you made it this far, I want to reward you somehow because you have stuck with a lot of these little rabbit trails that is not for the faint of heart. Okay? You did it. You made it all the way through with me and my Christmas tree hat. Okay, it's bigger on the inside. And I just appreciate you. So feel free to leave a comment down below if you made it through. I mean, this is over 30 minutes. Holy shamoly. I thought we were going to shorten these videos. Now they're just getting longer. I'm probably getting overconfident. That's what's happening. Okay. You guys, gals, anyone in between who's kind of like wrestling or drawing together those polarities within you into a parachoretic dance of opposites, you're all welcome in my life. I love you. Bye.